Hey everybody, Vernon Kid here, back again. Welcome back to Non-Comic Lineups. I hope everybody is well. And as always, I'm here. The first season is soon coming to an end. Been having a lot of fun, thanks to many friends. And once again, I'm back with another. Welcome back to the next episode. As you can see right here, this I will tell you at the end which friend gave me this. But basically, this friend of mine gave me the Midnight Suns. Now, who are the Midnight Suns? As always, especially for teams and factions of different comics that maybe not too many people remember or know about. Let me give you a little bit of example, a little bit of a backstory of the Midnight Suns. The Midnight Sun is a team that was composed of a lot of the supernatural heroes of the Marvel Universe. They first appeared in Ghost Rider 28 back in 1992. I very much remember this, and they pretty much came together. The team was formed. If I remember correctly, they were formed because what was it again? Oh, because uh, it was formed by both Ghost Riders, both brothers, Danny and Johnny, Dan Ketch and Johnny Blaze. After I believe it was Johnny or Danny who had a vision, received a vision in which I believe it was both of them. They had a vision where both of them had learned that Lilith, the mother of demons, not the daughter of Dracula, was going to be resurrected and posed a great threat. So pretty much, the Midnight Suns came together to compose this threat that is Lilith, who is the mother of demons, and she pretty much tried to take over the world with her and her demon children. It was just a big try to take over Earth, and she the Midnight Suns came together, which had Johnny, both Ghost Riders, the Night Stalkers, Blade, Frank Drake, Hannibal King, Morbius. Uh, Let me see who else I remember. Jennifer Kale, Michael Benlino, aka Vengeance, Darkholm, Redeemer, a lot of Mordred the Mystic, a lot of supernatural characters that are in the realm of kind of Doctor Strange and so on and so forth. Uh, but yeah, Doctor Strange never officially joined the team, but he was there as an ally to help. But there have been many different incarnations of the team, where some have stayed, some have gone. Blade has went. Morbius stayed on the team and had people like Werewolf by Night, uh, Johnny and Daniel Kench's cousin, Jennifer Kale, who is this witch, uh, Man Thing, people like that. So the team has always been around. You just gotta know where to look. So it is a supernatural team. But for this, I was given this challenge by a friend, and what he wanted me to do was make a non-comic Midnight Sun lineup, however, only using live action fictional characters. So fictional characters of, you know, I stayed true to what the Midnight Suns were, characters of the supernatural realm. So I tried to stay natural to that, with characters of supernatural. So I hope you guys enjoy the lineup. I have 8 members. I decided to stay 8, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get to it. So I decided to start ladies first, guys, and the first one, of course, is a vampire, and it's none other than Celine from the Underworld series. Probably one of Miss Kate Beckinsale's most famous role. A lot of people got to know her for that role, and is glad to see that she's going to continue to reprise that role. I loved her. I thought she was great, and can't go wrong with Kate Beckinsale in all leather. But I thought she was great, and for a vampire, she had all the abilities of what a vampire should have, and she's a great character. Yes, indeed, great character. Next up is the werewolf of the team, and I went none more than Mr. Scott McCall from Teen Wolf, the young alpha. Uh, yes, guys, I am a huge Teen Wolf fan. I think two good friends have get me into the series. Scott is an alpha. He is an alpha male, an alpha leader of a pack, and he got the status of alpha without killing anybody. So Scott is kind of what I like to say. He's a mixture of Captain America and Superman of the werewolf law. But don't let that fool you, because even though he may not, he won't kill you, but he still will do some damage to you if need be, especially if you hurt his loved ones. So yeah, Scott McCall. Next up is the witch of the team, and I went no more than Willow Rosenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I loved Willow, and I love Allison Haggarding. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Uh, Willow just had that vibe of the girl next door, the kind of geeky girl next door. She didn't kind of talk to too many people, but she had like a secret that was pretty cool, and she wanted to tell, and we find out that she's a witch, and she's a powerful witch, and we see later on, especially when you start screwing with her and you start messing with people that she loves, yeah, that's when you start seeing that dark witch side come out. And man, what she did when that happened, be somewhere else. But yeah, Willow would be the witch of my team. Next up on the list is none other than, I'm going with someone who can communicate with the dead. And that's none other than the character that the lovely Jennifer Love Hewitt played in The Ghost Whisperer, Melinda Gordon. I was a huge fan of The Ghost Whisperer. I thought it was a great show. I wish it didn't get canceled, but it did last 5 seasons. And I liked Melinda. She would help earthbound spirits resolve their problems and then cross over into the light, or the spirit world. And she tried to live a normal life, but she knew she had these abilities, and so it was kind of hard sometimes. She could see them and they could see her, and spirits would come to her, and but she would always do the right thing to help them, even if she could. And I could see her being a part of a team like this that could help spirits or so cross over. And yeah, so that's why she definitely makes my team. Can't just have offense. You got to have a little bit of a balance, in my opinion, especially for teams. Next up on the list is Mr. Johnny Smith from the Dead Zone, that Mr. Michael Anthony Hall played. And basically, his character was, he could see into the future by physical touch. He was a prophet, and he could see just by touching. He could see your future, or so, or even the past. And he would use his ability to solve crimes and things like that. So I could also see him being a part of a situation, especially with this version of the Midnight Suns, where, say, if the people they're trying to help, they can't really remember what, let's say if it's a demon or so, they can't really tell or what it was, he can easily touch them and see what it was and relate to the team. Okay, this is what it was, and things like that. So yeah, Johnny Smith. And I've seen the movie, the same movie that Christopher Walken was in, and I watched the Dead Zone, but I never watched the whole season, all the seasons. But I thought it was great nonetheless. Um, Next up on the team, go back to another female, is a little bit of more offense, and that is none other than Cherry Darlin from Planet Terror. Uh, why play? Because I was just thinking out of the box with one member of the team, and say what you want, but Rose McGowan in that was badass. You know, uh, she was really cool. I loved her in that role. Here's a badass go-go dancer with now her leg got chewed off. Well, it got chewed off thanks to zombies or so, and she gets a machine gun slash rocket launcher put on her, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, Jerry Darlin makes the team. Next up is you got to have a demon hunter on the team, nonetheless, and that's none other than the live action version of Van Helsing that Mr. Hugh Jackman played. And I don't need to say too much about him, why he would work on this team. Let's just say the man knows his skills. His job is to face evil. He can sense evil. So let's just put it like that. And last but not least, that would be probably one of the major powerhouses of the team is Leiria from Angel. Leiria, as you all remember, is the when Fred died and her body was possessed by a demon spirit, demon. This is what we got, and Leiria was badass. I mean, she was very different. It was really cool to see, you know, sweet little Fred, you know, turn and become so dominant and fierce. And she, even though in the beginning it was really hard to really try to like deal with her, but she started to really become a part of Team Angel, and she really truly is a badass and a powerhouse nonetheless. So yeah, she definitely would be a part of the team. So there you guys have it, my non-comic lineup of the Midnight Suns. I took the challenge to do live action characters, fictional characters. I hit you guys with it. I hope you enjoyed it. My friend Bryan Kersey is the one who asked for this, and I am the guy that delivered. So, other than that, guys, take care. I will see you guys next time with another episode of Non Comic Lineup. We're getting down to the wire for the first season, and I'm still having a lot of fun. You guys take care.